me, I had a rude awakening to say it's more than just like hashtagging, cutting people off, the toxic people, checking yourself in resorts and all this kind of stuff. It's like more than the romanticized version that we see on social media. For me, it meant using my voice more. And actually, it actually even prompted me to even write a book about the one thing that I didn't say about self-care, which is learning to use your voice. Because when you hear somebody talking about taking care of themselves, it means that at some point, the boundaries were crossed, the lines were crossed. So it means that somebody disrespected your boundaries somehow. So for me, how it hit me was that if you need to change, it's like a transition point where you're moving from being a yes ma'am person to saying, no, I won't take that. It's moving from, being trained to be this silent person, to be a selfless person who serves others, and nobody taught you how to take care of yourself. It's learning about this thing of you need to now lay down your life for others, lay down your life in service of other people, right? So you're used to this thing of giving and giving and giving, but nobody taught you anything about now depositing in yourself. So for me, how self-care hit me, and it's not like self-care, but the need for self-care, how it hit me was not using my voice. I realized that it is more than just blocking somebody who's bothering you, who is like making you so mad. It's like learning to say no to somebody. So I will need your permission to read something that I've written, like from the book about self-care and all that. So it will actually capture what that means for me right now. Is it fine?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, so here it goes. Checking self in at results, blocking your negative family member on WhatsApp, not going home for Christmas, scheduling solo dates are the tip of the iceberg. The mirror selfie you take up after spending 30 minutes or an hour trying to decide what to wear. Changing t-shirts, hairstyle, color of lipstick, earrings when you're finally going to meet that lady or guy you met on Tinder or Facebook. Self-care is super messy and not as easy as it is romanticized on socials. Practicing self-care is a healing process, and healing is messy. No one talks about the messy parts, calling yourself out and being accountable for the ish you put yourself through when you go against yourself. The moments in which you justified for the fuck-ups of others and ultimately realizing that it is what it is. The moments in which you realize that if you were to die today because you put your well-being in jeopardy, the people you made excuses for a very long time, and the times your yeses were no's and vice versa, will continue living. But you will be dead, poof, gone. So for me, self-care is about, understanding that if you want the crappy stuff happening to you, you need to stop allowing the crappy stuff. You need to stop allowing crap from people. You understand? So for me, it's like growing up with this person who you're respectful. Say yes. You can't backchat. You can't voice out what you're not comfortable with. Getting to a point whereby it's a life and death matter. For you to be happy, you need to say no. When people take, for that to stop, you have to say no, because if you don't say no to them, they will keep on taking. You understand? So it's about understanding that, for you to be a selfless person, you need to start by being selfish. You need to start by depositing in yourself first, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. People say this thing a lot, and it's a fact, but I'm not sure if we really understand this thing. You cannot, you can't give